back through some of the basics here, Lisa Marie. Why don't you run me through your name, your position, the company, what you do, and kind of the value you bring to that market?
So my name is Lisa Marie, and I'm the CEO of a women-led volunteer charity called FiLiA. We're a women's rights organization. We have three aims. One is to build sisterhood and solidarity. So that's local, national, and international. To amplify the voices of women, especially those who are silenced or less often heard, and to defend women's human rights. And the focus, I suppose, of our charity is to put on an annual women's rights conference. So we do that every year. We have around 1,000 attendees, 100 speakers, and it's quite an event.
Awesome. So let's start from the beginning with how you got started with SmarterQueue. How were you managing your social media before that, and what kind of prompted you to switch?
So, oh my gosh. So my team laughed at me a lot because I am technically incompetent. They would say I've improved over the last year. For example, they literally took my phone off me to put WhatsApp on it because I was so resistant to new technology being of a certain age. And it's been brilliant for us all communicating with each other. So I was in charge of a scheduling tool. Prior to that, we had very limited social media presence. And I looked at a few of them, and I even tried one or two, and I found them really complex. Because I'm quite simple technologically, I really needed something that was, intuitive. And then I found SmarterQueue, and I just, oh my God, I messaged the team going, I found the one that we're going to use. Gave it a go, and I love it. I honestly, I'm not just saying that because it's me. I absolutely love it, and I sing its praises with anybody who's asking about schedulers, because it is so straightforward to use, and that's the primary reason that we picked it.
Okay, so what were some of the pain points that you had before you found SmarterQueue? What was wrong with the way you were doing it before?
Well, we didn't have a scheduler. So it was one by one on Facebook, it was one by one on Twitter, occasionally when you found the time, and it was inconsistent, and there was no consistency with it. So because it was just random, whenever we could fit it, we're all volunteers. So what we do is above and beyond, over and above work and childcare and studying and everything else. So time is really, really critical for us in a way that may not be the case for other charities or organisations. So for us, the saving time and being able to schedule a whole week on the planner was just very, very helpful.
Okay. What were the main results that you have achieved with SmarterQueue?
Okay, so I should have taken down the figures before I spoke with you, but I know that our Twitter followers have gone up from less than 10,000, I think we're nearly at 15,000 now, and that's in a relatively short space of time. Facebook as well has gone up to over 5,000 now, so the reach that we've achieved by using SmarterQueue, and I would say the consistency as well, we're still not quite there, but that's because of me, not because of SmarterQueue. I think we've still got a bit of a way to go, but I think that messaging, that consistency of, like content and imagery, we've been able to achieve some more of that with the scheduler, so very, very happy.
Okay, fabulous. So do you have an ROI, just ballpark of what you've achieved? I know you said a little bit about how much your accounts have grown, but has that translated into ROI at all in terms of donations or volunteers signing up?
Yes, so we've got more volunteers now for sure. I would say that one of the big things that's changed is recognition in that people are mentioning us more now. So other women's organisations are recognising us, and I mean that globally, not just nationally, but globally. So that's been great. But I think for us, the reach is the most important thing. It's how do we bring more women into the movement, basically. So the more women we can reach, the better. And I would say that's been the main thing that SmarterQueue has given us.
Okay. What do you think has been the impact of working with SmarterQueue? Has it mainly been saving time?
So the saving time, but I tell you the one. So there were two things that I wanted to get across on this interview. One was the simplicity and intuitiveness of SmarterQueue. The second thing was it. I was thinking this morning before I got on here, is there any other company that I've interacted with over the last 10, maybe even 20 years who's given that personal response? You get a personal email back, and as you expand, which you will, I really hope you don't use that, because it's incredible to get personal emails from people responding to your specific questions, not press this button, do this. It's not automated, it's a personal response, and that is excellent. So those are two things I would pick out that have made SmarterQueue different to everything else that I looked at.
Okay, fabulous. Well, I'm so glad to hear that you appreciate all of those, that personalized response, since that's me and my team.
No, they've been brilliant, honestly.
Okay, cool. Where did you first hear about SmarterQueue? How did you find us?
I think I was doing Google searches. Because I'm not technologically competent, as I think I might have mentioned, I literally just went onto Google and started looking for schedulers and looked at some articles that sort of said the top 10 schedulers, and I think I found you somewhere in there.
Okay.
I'm just more well-known brands, actually, that I found really confusing.
Yeah. Okay. So what would you describe having a SmarterQueue subscription as like? What features give us the most value?
Oh gosh, now you're putting me on the spot. So for me, is this the answer, the posting plan? Is that what you're asking? What is the best feature on there for us?
Yeah, whatever the best feature you think is.
So I would say the posting plan. So for me, again, being simple, but needing to be organized and being able to look at a whole week and categorize your posts as well. So we've got categories for speakers at the conference, we've got categories for general news items and selling tickets, obviously, and solidarity tickets and so on and so forth. So seeing those categories clearly laid out and literally being able to pick them up and just plonk them onto a weekly planner, and then be able to look at that planner and go, have we got the right spread of categories? Have we got the right spread across the day? For me, it's the posting plan.
Awesome.
And you can move it as well. You can change it. So if you go, oh no, we're not getting much response on a Monday, so let's shift things, you can just pick it up and move it. I mean, it's really easy to use.
Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that.
I was so relieved to find it.
So final question for you here, Lisa Marie. I know you've kind of covered this, but just so we have it all together, how likely are you to recommend SmarterQueue, and why should someone take action if they're listening right now?
I've recommended it already. I've recommended it on social media. I've recommended it by word of mouth, and I will continue to do so. And I would recommend it. I don't want to niche it too much because I would say it's fantastic for everybody. However, if you are starting out, you're a bit nervous about scheduling, this is absolutely perfect. SmarterQueue just answers everything, and like I said at the beginning, it's very intuitive. So I would say don't be nervous, give it a go, and I think the results will speak for themselves. They certainly have with us.